Hey guys, King of Charmers here, your judge, and your analyst, and today I bring to you an anti-meta team for Open Great League for Season 12. This features Shadow Swampert League, G-Fisk, and Abomasnow in the back. We have the Altaria and Lantern Cord running around like crazy, or one of the two in the back row. Both Galarian, Stunfisk, and Abomasnow do really well against that core. So this team uses a lot of charge root pressure along with the Swampert 2-shield strat or closing out. Because you have 3 high-pressured mons, you can possibly find some kind of win condition by nuking through shields with Earthquake or with Shadow Swampert. This is going to feature Sludge Wave, and hopefully you can come out with a match. So that's what it is. Hopefully, yes, you are doing very well in Season 12. But this team's done pretty well for me. It's a little tricky just because you'll see it in this shoutcast. If you have your only win condition is nuking through shields, which would likely be a grass type. This is why we have Sludge Wave here. Earthquake, because you don't see a lot of ready steals, because you can Hydro Cannon pressure, you can literally Hydro Cannon pressure a Lantern to death. Most of the time, you're going to take advantage of Swampert winning CMP, or like I mentioned, the charge with pressure here. You lose the lead with Swampert, you switch in a Galarian Stunfisk as your safe switch, or you're going to sacrifice Swampert in the lead. Or you're going to get the Swampert Mirror, which happened a lot today. Or use Swampert to break shields. Swampert 2-shield strat is very strong. Swampert on Swampert. But before you get started, it's my therapist mental health tip of the day. I don't have Psycho Ed for you today, but it's just your daily reminder to drink water. It's actually deep breathing. Every time I throw one of my charge moves, and I should probably be more consistent, I take a deep breath, like. Because often I forget to breathe. My cardio is really good, so I don't really remember to take deep breaths or whatnot, but definitely during the battle, you have 10 seconds to throw a move, take a deep breath and then go. Might help a lot for you that have anxiety when you battle, because it gives you that stop and to take a breath and remember that you breathe, because lack of oxygen also equals your body thinking that you might have depressive or anxious symptoms. Yeah, you can get anxiety or anxious symptoms because you don't feel like you have enough oxygen, and deep breathing is actually really good for you. So just remember to breathe. Deep breathe. One deep breath during every charge move or every now and then during battle. So that's my therapist mental health for you for the day. But yes, breathing is very important. It actually can help you a lot. And it's actually really good for mindfulness too. But without further ado, this is my anti-meta team. Swampert, Galarian Stunfisk, and Abomasnow. I know it has meta in it, okay? You know what? People are like, oh my god, you know what? You're using super meta. Name one content creator you know that has an entire team that's not in the top 50 or even that and actually is doing really well. Back in the day it can work. Nowadays, not so much. I've done it 8 times, okay? I've done it 8 times. And yeah, but without further ado, this is my anti-meta team for Open Great League. It's incredible, it's strong, a lot of pressure, and I hope you all enjoy the battles. Alright, here are the battles. I'm going to lead a lot in this shoutcast. I'm going to give you every single most angles that you'll probably go after to what you'll need to do with this team. Swampert's in the lead to break shields, and hopefully you get a positive lead. Or if you don't get a positive lead and you use a lead like this one, you're going to sack Swampert in the lead, hope they try to catch a move and give up switch, or you're going to pressure shields as much as you possibly can. Swampert wins CMP against a lot of things, or you can take advantage of that. That Swampert wins CMP. The problem is, this one's Shadow. You kind of need a Shadow. Without a Shadow, you don't have as much shield pressure as a regular Swampert would. I'm not going to tell you that's been out for a while because I haven't seen a Shadow. I honestly haven't seen one of those events. I know the only time this year Hydro Cannon Swampert came out was literally during that Mudkip Classic community. They swap into Deoxys defense. We lose the lead against Umbreon, so as you see, I'm going to do as much as I can. Like I told you, chip as much as you can in the lead or sack it. In this case, we're going to chip, and they send in Deoxys defense. Like I mentioned a few seconds before the start. Hope they give up switch. And in this case, we're lucky because my opponent doesn't actually know how to play this matchup. Fun fact, you can actually beat Stunfisk in the 1-shield or the 2-shield if you're if you have Psycho Boost, and if you manage damage and your energy rhythms perfectly. They had Psycho Boost, so they actually could have taken Switch here. Instead, they decided to go for Thunderbolt, so I just know my opponent isn't that experienced using Deoxys defense with Psycho Boost. This Rock Slide should KO, and then we win alignment. Here's the problem though, there's still a whole Umbreon in the back, and Umbreon is going to do a lot of damage, especially if it decides to farm me down, because this Umbreon can live an Earthquake still at this range. One Earthquake only do about 25% of Umbreon's HP, I would say, but if it's in the yellow, you ain't gonna kill it. As you see here, we're going to get killed, and they're going to fire Foul Play. Now, this is what I mean by you can send in Swampert because it wins CMP. I'm going to send in Swampert right away, and I'm going to fire a Hydro Cannon. I win CMP, so our opponent's going to either use that shield they want to, or they're going to give up Umbreon. In this case, I'm hoping they give up Umbreon, and then we still might be able to get it to a Hydro Cannon for the back row, and it's a Nidoqueen, so thankfully. I've seen a lot of Nidoqueens lately. Nidoqueens are Stunfisk, etc. in the back, and this team does great at breaking shields. And now, as long as Abomasnow has a shield, even though I'm not using a Shadow here, you can use Shadow if you want to. I just like the regular one, but honestly, the Shadow one might be better. But I like the regular one just in case you run into a fighter. In case of fighters, I will show you what to do with that later in the shoutcast. Unfortunately, we're gonna get poisoned down, and it's going to try to. I don't like debuffed poison jabs hitting my Abomasnow. This is why I like the regular one better too. But yeah, that's GG's. Like I mentioned before, and then here's number 2. Remember I told you about losing. So if you lose the lead, this is one of the instances where you're going to have to switch out right away. If you get a grass type, you must swap. As in if you see Venusaur or if you see this thing, and we get a Renirgus. Usually you'll either see a Ghost or you'll see a Sableye, or if worst case scenario, they'll see a Fighter. So as you see, Renirgus has Sand Tomb and Shadow Ball. It's a fantastic mon. It completely walls Registeel, which is why you might have not seen a lot of Registeels, or you have a lot of things supporting Registeel, because Renirgus is dangerous. Renirgus, we're going to try to go for a second Earthquake here. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get to it. I should have Rock Slide, but this is okay. The reason why I didn't fire is because I actually want to send in Abomasnow, and Abomasnow, I want to get extra energy. You want to try to get as much energy as you can, and then we're going to kind of use the Swampert 2-shield strat. Swampert either functions as, hey, I'm going to blast you as much as I can with Hydro Cannons, take your shields, or I'm going to close out with shields. Swampert, despite this new meta switch, is still an incredibly powerful closer in Open Great League. And there's a reason why we're using Sludge Wave, because with Sludge Wave, you can possibly OKO Abomasnows, and you're probably going to guess what that Abomasnow is going to eat in the back later on in this battle. The good thing about the regular Abomasnow, regular Snowman can also live a few foul plays, as you see here from Sableye. Well, 2 to be exact for the most part. Outside that, that's a little dangerous. I'm going to send in Swampert, and I'm going to expect my opponent to swap in right away, but they actually don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shield here, and then I'm going to expect that Abomasnow to come in. And here's the thing. Always go for the nuke. Always go for the nuke. If your opponent calls the bait, this is my only win condition, and if it goes through, it goes through. Sludge Wave KOs the poor Snowman. It goes down, and then this poor Sableye is just going to get mud-shotted down for the dub. And that's GG's. If you get the Grass Lead, Sludge Wave Swampert might be able to come out with a win con, but otherwise that's probably 90% of the time, that's one of your only win cons, if that ever happens. So there you go. Now here's the case of whether or not you get the mirror. If you get the mirror, if you win CMP, that's great. You win the matchup. If you lose CMP, I'm going to show you what to do if you lose CMP. So here's what happens here. You're still going to play out and break both shields. Be very careful. Remember, Hydro Cannon is 5-4-5. 8 Mud Shots equal an Earthquake or a Sludge Wave. So be very careful about how ballsy you really want to be when it comes to this mirror match, because you don't want them getting extra energy either. So what you're going to do here is you're going to break both of their shields. You're going to trade back and forth like all these water gun fights. You know what I mean? It's like Demon Slayer, Demon Breathe, water breathing. Make sure you breathe when you do this. It's very good for your health. And now I'm going to switch into Abomasnow and catch a Hydro Cannon. Catch the Hydro Cannon right here and hope that you can possibly close out this matchup. Keyword is hope. So as you see Hydro Cannon, we're able to catch it here and we get Medicham. This is the best case scenario. If you are able to get the fighter over here like a Medicham and having a closer, this is great. Because what happens here is that you can get to 2 Weather Balls given that they try to farm you down like over here. And then you can send in Swampert with that extra Hydro Cannon and take out your opponent. Weather Ball goes off and our opponent is going to go ahead. I'm anticipating they might fire it away, so I just wait 3 seconds. But as you see, Swampert wins CMP anyways. Swampert takes out this Medicham, and now we can get to a Hydro Cannon with our own Swampert, because Hydro Cannon, Swampert has to blow that Hydro Cannon. And as you see here, we are able to get to ours because of the 5-4-5, and then, yes, because we cut that one. So we take out our opponent, and then we get a Stunfisk in the back. Shadow Hydro Cannon won't kill a full health Stunfisk, but it'll get dang near close. My opponent has to blow their energy here, and then all you have to do is send our Stunfisk, shoot, run, Rock Slide, and that's GG's. Again, review of what happens if you get the mirror. If you win the mirror, that's great. If you lose the mirror, catch a Hydro Cannon after breaking both shields. So that's what you do. Unless your opponent tries to catch on you, then it's a little dangerous there. But again, if your opponent tries to switch on you, that's pretty great because likely G-Fisk or Abomasnow will have a good matchup against whatever is in the back. Usually in this, whatever the Great League meta is nowadays. For the next battle, I'm going to show you another losing lead. Grass types, remember? Welcome to Trevenant land, and Trevenant is terrible. Now, when it comes to Trevenant, there's two ways you could play out the grass lead. You could try to break shields, force Sludge Wave, or in this case, what I'm going to do against Trevenant is I'm going to try to I'm trying to break a shield. One Sludge Wave will wipe out a lot of Trevenant's HP and possibly OKO it or get it enough to where you can farm down or Hydro Cannon down. But as you see, I'm able to bait a shield and then I'm going to bring it down. This is what you usually have to do. Take it to the one shield. Take it to the one shield and then drop as much and do as much chip damage as you can on Trevenant. After you do as much damage as you can against Trevenant, hopefully you can send in Abomasnow, and Abomasnow and Swampert with energy or shield is going to close out. Hopefully. Because what happens is you're going to let go of G-Fisk. So I'm just going to let G-Fisk go at this point. There's no point in keeping it alive. If they try to Seed Bomb here, I could possibly get to my Rock Slide, and I do. So this is actually great. Just go straight Rock Slide. Some people Earthquake Trevenant. I don't know why. Yeah, it does chip damage, but you waste a lot of energy. 65 for 40 is not worth it. And they send in their own Stunfisk, so this is actually great because we win back alignment. However, I still have to be very careful about what my opponent might have in the back. As you see here, I send in Swampert. I'm going to fire Hydro Cannon. Now that we've eliminated the grass player, try to eliminate as fast as you can. Hopefully these bonds can close out. We go battle lag, and as you see here, our opponent doesn't end up shielding, and they actually have an Altaria in the back, which is great for us because if they have usually if they have an Altaria or if it's a Lantern, Abomasnow does really well. Swampert to pressure shield, Galarian Stunfisk, and Abomasnow. Your back row has a very good match against both Altaria and against Lantern. Stunfisk, not so much, especially if it's Water Gun, but Earthquake can do enough damage to possibly wipe out Lantern or do enough chip damage to where you can farm down with Abomasnow or create some kind of win condition. In this case, as you see here, all I'm going to do is fire the Weather Ball, and this is game. 1 HP in a dream. My Snowman is somehow able to come out with the dub, and as you see here, we have a Hydro Cannon bank, so we don't even need that shield, but that's GG's. If you lose the lead against Grass type, you're going to be very, very fancy. Or, in the next case, you're going to see a Charmer. If you see Charmer, it's going to be more dangerous. But here's the thing. This is someone, I forgot their name, but there's some notable battler that I remember someone mentioned to me, but social media, or like someone mentioned to me, but yeah, apparently this dude's really good. I mean, I'm just assuming everybody else is really good. Assuming, if you're playing Pokemon Go PvP and you're a legend, you spent a decent amount of time on this game to where you're good. Unless you backseat game the unholy hell out of it and try to make legend that way, assuming that's your own accomplishment, when in reality you actually had a bunch of people backseat gaming and Elo boosting you to oblivion. Just kidding, I'm just kidding. But as you see here, you're going to lose the lead. You don't actually beat a Charmer. They could 2 shield or 1 shield here. They can take damage. It's a very dangerous matchup. As you see, I'm able to break both shields here, and I'm just going to let Swampert go. You want to put the Charmer against G-Fisk here, and they're probably going to give up Switch like over here. The good thing is we have shield advantage. So, since they sent in their Sableye, I'm guessing their back row isn't great against what I have. I'm guessing. But that or they predicted whatever my back row is. So, as you see here, we're going to get Foul Played. Returned is resisted, so it doesn't do a lot. But Foul Play still does a decent chunk, as you see from Purified Sableye. 1 Earthquake and 1 Rock Slide will KO a Sableye, so this is great for us. The problem is, what do you have in the back? So, as you see, it's a Swampert. I'm going to send in Abomasnow, and then Abomasnow going to Abomasnow. But just go straight Energy Ball. If you're in the zeros, if they have a Swampert in the back or an Energy Charge in the back, you're probably going to be able to Weather Ball. Or in this case, I'm just going to straight Energy Ball. So as you see here, they catch, but unfortunately, it's an Energy Ball. And all I have to do is farm this thing down. Swampert has no energy anymore. Swampert is dry. I farm down Alolan Ninetales, and then you're going to Energy Ball out, and just absolutely send the ball of energy, and then that's GG's. So all I'm going to have to do is just farm down, fire the Energy Ball, and that's game. So as you see here, energy management, etc. If you want to beat the best, never always be confident in yourself. I wasn't even sweating this. I was like, I got this, and that's GG's. I hope y'all enjoyed the showcase. This freaking anti-meta team is amazing, and hopefully y'all are enjoying Season 12. And that's game. I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. As you see, this team is a little tricky to use. If you're used to using Swampert, then you might work for you. But this team is a little fancy and does require you to go really, like, try to find, or just be really confident in your abilities, because it's not comfortable when your snowman's getting punched in the face, or poor field pancakes getting stomped on the ground, you know what I mean? It's like Stomp the Yard, you know? Like, if you know that movie, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yes, as you see here, despite the fact you lose lead and switch, there's some fanciness that can come around. Hopefully you can come out with a win condition. Yes, I know your back row is weak to fighters, but every team is going to be weak against something, hence those of you using the Altaria Lantern Core. Yes, it's a great freaking team, don't get me wrong, given you don't see an Abomasnow in the back or you're able to wipe it out. Do me a huge favor, please like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I really do appreciate y'all. Expect to see Weather Cup stuff coming soon. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of Ultra League Specialized Cups because high barrier to entry is bad. That's bad. This is probably going to be the only test they will do it, and hopefully it never comes back ever again. But the Weather Cup is going to be pretty chaotic. But the thing is, there's actually a lot of things in here that can work, and you don't need XLs that well. From what I've been practicing and from what I've been analyzing. But that's for another video. Hopefully you all enjoy the content, and then I will be back with, again, little Weather Cup stuff, and then later on this week, hopefully you're looking forward to the Ultra Premier Cup coming back. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. So look out for content on that. I hope y'all are doing great. Hopefully y'all are enjoying Season 12. It's kind of chaotic. Open Great League got still really quick when I've been playing in it. And that's why I'm still an ace, because I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, it doesn't take me long to figure it out, but I'm just like, wow, this is pretty chaotic. I'm used to seeing a lot more wall rains, okay? That's basically what I'm saying. But again, hopefully y'all are having fun in Season 12. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets, and I will see y'all on the next video.
That I made